What do you think the biggest mistake or missing piece is of a lot of realtors' way they work? Like something you just said made me think of what it is. But are there trends you see where people just keep falling short and there's some sort of commonality to what that is?
To the agents when they're negotiating, or an agent when they're going on a
just in general, like if they're, my thought was when you just said if it takes 3 days or 3 years, the one thing that I had to learn the hard way and actually put myself on a schedule to do it so it became habit was communication.
Oh gosh, yes.
And if you don't, and I find that it's even harder these days because there's, the younger generations they don't pick up the phone as much.
Correct.
But even if a house isn't selling, I still tell them, I touch base with them and say, here's what I think.
Right.
And if you don't talk to them, they think you forgot about them, or that you don't care, or that you ran after the next shiny penny because that was going to make you money quick.
Right.
So what do you do to make sure that your agents really communicate? I know there's systems that Coldwell Banker has,
sure,
but how do you teach somebody that? Because I think it's a tough thing.
It is a tough thing, and I think the biggest complaint we have in our industry is the agent listed my house and I never heard from them again.
Right.
That is the biggest complaint we hear. And to combat that, every single one of my new agents or anybody that comes to any of my classes will hear, and that I have a lot of experienced agents that come to get re-energized into those classes. But it's really about communicating as often as possible, right?
Right.
My cadence when I was a realtor was every Monday I would pull all the reports I wanted, right? And that would mean I did a one-line CMA, highlighting all the things that have changed. I would send them the showing report, showing them how many people have shown it, and whatever the feedback was. And then I would show them where it's being shown on the internet. And then I would go into the MLS and see how many people had been sent the listing through the MLS, right? I'd put those 4 things together, and then I'd put together a little template, which I give my new agents that I still, give everybody my stuff that I created, right? Because, and it was like, here's what's been happening, and I give them a little synopsis of all the things that I just sent them that I include in the email, and then here's all the synopsis, how many showings, here's the feedback, and then I say, here's my recommendation, what do we do next? And then I would I would email that on Mondays, call all of my sellers on Tuesdays.
That's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work, right? So eventually, when I got to be
I'm always really busy on Mondays. That would be really hard.
Right? But my admins did it.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
So once I got big enough, once I had enough business to support an admin, right?
Right.
My admins pulled all that stuff. They got the emails ready, but I would do the recommendation. I would do all that, and I would make the phone calls.